God, yes, this is the Ascension game. Wait, what is that? Are we
What?
not? Are we good? I'm not seeing the thing. I'm looking at the thing.
I'm watching it. I see yes. I see yes.
Oh, damn. All right. Let me reload. I think I'm just like stuck in a loop. I think I'm stuck in the matrix. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Here
I did have a moment of panic earlier when we were on starting soon because I clicked over to Twitch and I saw our faces and I was like, oh no. But it was the VOD from last week playing.
Oh, sweet. Perfect. My goodness. All right. So real quick, just a couple announcements about Collective, and then we're going to introduce everybody tonight that is playing with us. So yeah, we're playing Ascension tonight. This is part 4 of our Cyberpunk Red game, all taking place in like a big mega building with 100,000 residents and their jobs and their families and, you know, all the stuff that you could ever want in a vertical city. And we're going to catch up on a couple of characters that, you know, had to step out last game, and that'll be our what we get to do tonight. But to talk about some other stuff that Collective is up to, tomorrow is going to be Redneck Markets, where we play economic horror meets zombie apocalypse. So lots of fun there. We are trying to finish up one huge job, and like there's a bunch of people who could at the drop of a hat turn into like the really fast zombies from 28 Days Later. And we don't like that at all, but sometimes you got to negotiate, you know, you got to barter with things that could kill you imminently. And so we were trying to do that. And then on oh wow, this is actually a light week. I thought we were going to have Friday and Saturday and everything. No.
Tomorrow's Red Market. Holidays coming up for us Americans.
That's right. And it was flipped back around to Cyberpunk on the 16th this next week. Just to announce, we have a vampire game on the 18th. Vampire the Masquerade is on the 18th. And Nate, good buddy Nate, will be running that. And we're all super excited. I see a bunch of character generation stuff happening and like little relationship maps and all that good stuff. We love those sorts of things. So it's good. And then on the 19th, I think we are putting together a game. We are still putting together a game for They Feed on Fear, which is a good spooky game that we're going to start putting together. And hopefully we get to play that this coming Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday is what I should say. PAX Unplugged is coming up. December, PAX Unplugged, big convention. A bunch of us are going, right? I remember a couple of us are going to that. Yeah. Oh man, it's going to be so good. Get some karaoke. Get some pierogies.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, I'm so fucking pumped for karaoke.
Oh yeah. Shit. It's right on China. You can't like not go to karaoke. It's right in Chinatown. And there's like 18 karaoke joints. A bunch of them aren't even on the internet. You have to go to the phone book or like be able to speak, you know, Vietnamese or Chinese to get in, right? And it's just solid. It's a solid scene.
Can we find a Korean one?
Of course.
I would desperately love to go to a Korean karaoke.
Can we find a Korean book? Can you see the sun at midday?
Yes.
Yes. I miss Naughty Book so bad, dude.
We can do whatever.
Is there like a pierogi spot though? That's always like the funny like go-to food. I've never actually had one. So if you're saying there is a place.
There's totally a pierogi place down there.
We all have to go experience my first pierogi together.
Yeah. Dude, we're not even going to the convention. Catch us in Chinatown.
Yeah, I think HSC is going to try and do its meetup on Saturday night. So if y'all are free, if anybody watching is going to be there and free, we're going to try and do something Saturday night. It might be Korean karaoke. We just got to find the place and reserve it is the deal. That's what we're on right now. Let's try to get it locked in. But yeah, that'll be big. And then as soon as that ends, pretty much the following week, we're going to start our big charity drive. We have announcements coming tomorrow about all of that good stuff. But yeah, big charity drive raising money for the Trevor Project. This will be our 3rd year running. They're like pseudo involved this year. Super, super exciting. I'm going to try and get my own company involved. Like there's some interest within my new employer to get involved a little bit. So that'll be super cool. We'll see. It's just going to be a big time. We got 8 games, a bunch of stuff going on. Like everybody's involved. I'm super pumped for that. I'm super thrilled. So yeah, that's us. That's Collective. This is our things. We like to be busy here. So going around the horn, Paul, why don't you kick us off?
Sure.
What are you up to? What are you doing?
there's some things. Next week, I'll probably have a bigger announcement because paperwork went in today. Taylor knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So super fun stuff there. You can find me on, let's see. First off, you can find me here because I'm back and I'm unapologetically black, as I say every week, just to call that out again. But you can find me here, in theory, some Lancer on High Shelf at some point in time in the future. This is still getting worked out. I apparently also now signed up for one of the charity games, and that's a thing that's happening. I think I'm signed up for Scion, so that'll be a thing. You can find me on Response Team Omnicron, which is a podcast for Lancer actual play. Go check it out. It's awesome. We hit over 4K downloads recently.
Nice.
So,
Congrats.
go that. Apparently Ashton's going to have me talk about blackness on Cars at some point in time, which should be a fun experience. So I'm rewatching Cars now. That's now on my list of things added. Ashton has already apologized about Cars 2, and I have taken that awful thing from my memory and erased it, like, flashy thing myself from MIB. So we're going to relive that experience again, see if it turns into my own personal horror show. Let's see what else.
Just bring those feelings to the podcast, like that's.
I will.
Yeah, that's what the podcast is for.
It'll be super angsty.
You do need to vent about it.
Yeah, I will flip a table. We'll make sure to flip video for that part and do a link on YouTube and be completely out of context. Angry black guy flicks table for 100 Alex. But you can also find me on Weave the Tale on Mondays with Nikki running some D&D 5e. We're running through some modules for somebody who just started their Kickstarter today, I believe, for his thing. So shout out over there. I will refrain from saying other things I said before the camera was rolling about Nikki right now. I'll keep that to later time.
We'll let Nikki worry and fret about that. Don't worry, Nikki.
It makes it seem dark. Yeah. Well, we can't make it lighthearted. Yeah, I could have been saying kind things. You don't know. So no, if you know me, it wasn't kind. Let's see. That's what I've got in the short term that I can talk about. In the long term, I will probably, by the time next week, this time, I'll have a much larger announcement and will not want to go first because it will front load some other stuff and I'll make Taylor back me up like my hype man. I'm even going to get her a giant clock.
Hell yeah.
But all right, that's me.
That's so good.
There you go.
How about Lonnie? Where can people find you and what are you up to?
Okay, well, today is day one of the busiest week and a half of streaming that I've ever done, and I've only been doing this for 3 months, so kind of unprepared. It's fine. I have 7 streams in the next 10 days.
Nice.
Really front-ended my November, so
follow your Twitter.
Yeah. Most important things is next week I will also be here for another Cyberpunk episode. Mm-hmm. Also on Friday I am in the vampire campaign. Very excited about that. Nate just sent us a playlist to listen to that kind of gives off the vibe of what he's thinking, and I'm already excited about it. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out, but for some reason, We'll Be Back from Hamilton is on it. And everything else is jazzy, and then it's just You'll Be Back. And I'm like,
what does it mean?
Very important.
But also for the rest of my other 4 streams, I am in Lost Caravan tomorrow, Fabula Ultima, Friday for Wander Home Again, which literally half of this cast is in, which is really exciting. And then I'm playing in a turkey terror game on next Monday, which is gonna be really exciting. Basically, we're getting invaded by killer turkeys. They're trying to end Thanksgiving as we know it because obviously we kill them every year. So trying to get payback. And then I think next Saturday is the final one where I'm in a game that I keep forgetting how to pronounce. I thought it was Symbaroum, but it's apparently Symbaroum.
Symborum?
Maybe. It's a really it seems like a nice high fantasy type game. Very excited for it. Just cannot for some reason get the hang of the name.
It's probably Symborum. I'm gonna let you know that's the closest you're gonna get. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun times.
Oh my goodness.
I'm excited. It's a lot of new stuff, and I like I tweeted earlier, I was literally just wearing my Cyberpunk gear while reading about the high fantasy game I'm going to be in tomorrow. So it seemed like the perfect vibe.
It's good.
So, yeah, that's me. Check it out. Whole bunch of things. You literally just can't miss me. If you're checking out either Lost Caravan or High Shelf, you might just accidentally happen across me.
It's good. It's good. Casa, how about you? Where can people find you and what are you up to?
Hi. Hi, I'm Tessa. I'm wilding underscore on Twitter. I repost like dice because they're so pretty. And I'm usually
You're deep into the dice scene. It's a
Yeah.
disease.
I
It
just
affects us all.
It's crazy. It's like, what else do you do with them except play? So it's obviously like tabletop is taking over my life, which I'm so happy about. I am in a Don't Rest Your Head campaign on Otherdoc, Twitch, which is like walking nightmares. The characters don't sleep, and then they like get to do cool stuff, and it seems pretty cool. And then Wild Sea, like Lonnie says, super cool. It's like pirates, but no sea. So, and then
Big
I'm also in
chainsaw
Turkey.
ship.
Yeah, chainsaw ship. I can't speak right now. But yeah, and then Turkey Terror, just killing turkeys. Lost Caravan here, other doc. Yeah, I'm happy.
Good.
That's me.
That's so good. Taylor.
Yeah. What do I have? I don't really have anything. Wild Sea on Friday, and then back here on Wednesday, and then you won't see my face again until the end of December, maybe January. We're going to be very busy in the personal world.
Yeah.
Tuesdays over on 2000 Tales. I'm pointing down on Zoom. Yeah, Mary is below me at least.
Yeah.
This on the overlay.
Ashton's right just
Oh, I can't point two directions. For masks for Big Gay Dice Game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's so good. Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm losing my voice, but we're gonna try to get through this streak. You can find me on Twitter at Nerd on Wheels 15, where I chat about disability, TTRPGs, and everything in between. Tuesdays, as Taylor was saying, we are having our series premiere, the next chapter of the Big Gay Dice Game. We are playing Masks: The New Generation, where a bunch of teens signed up to get superpowers. It's gonna be crazy. We've got a lot of fun stuff. Someone's becoming a Hulk duck, so it's gonna be a blast. It took a lot to say that with a straight face. Fridays, we are finishing up our spooky game nights. We're gonna be playing either probably some metaphysical or I think other ghost hunting games. But if you want to see what we do usually on Fridays, go check out the 2000 Tales podcast, where we are currently in our Weird Web season, which is a Monster of the Week game. Best way to describe it is supernatural with ovaries. That's basically the main stuff I have going on right now. It's light until PAX happens, and I'm very thankful. And then I got all the fun stuff for HSC's Trevor Project charity event. It's gonna be fun. That's all for me.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right, Ashton. With your tell us where people can find you, what you're up to. I had to save your bit for the end because I love it so much.
What is going on, Power Problems? Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. I have IBS, and that's okay. Today I'm Ashton. So you can follow me on Twitter at popsicle_Mike, where I tweet about everything I do, which is so much. And I think I'm going to try to do it really quick. So Mondays, we're doing the season finale next week of The Worst Days on Apon Plays, where it's a game where pretty much everyone dies. That's the point of the game. So it's like a horror show. It's very fun. We're currently on a space station, but you can watch One Night at Slumpos, which is one of my favorite things we ever did, where we all got trapped in mascot costumes. And that was like the horror of it. We were being chased by a giant elephant. Tuesdays, I do Big Gay Dice Game, which we talked about. Wednesdays, do I do things on Thursdays? I don't know. I don't do things on Thursdays. Friday, I do Weird Web, or we play the video games. You know what I mean? Out here. That's yeah. If you are in the Tampa area in the next few days, I'm catching a plane less than 10 hours to get there. And if you want to go to a music festival, you can check out Riverhawk. I'll be there. Michael's going to be performing, Michael Wingate, who is on a lot of our shows, Big Gay Dice Game and Weird Web. So he'll be doing music. And then you can check out at FKF Tweets. Sorry, I have so much going on. At FKF Tweets, which is my King Arthur audio drama, where King Arthur is a dumb jock in modern times. But if you don't like audio dramas or King Arthur, check out Written in the Cars, which is at Cars Conspiracy on Twitter, that Paul's going to be on eventually in a few weeks. But basically, we just yell about Pixar's cars. That's it.
So good.
It's we're very invested in Lightning McQueen.
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Who's the face in your moon and underneath the moon in your back?
It's Gibby
From iCarly.
Yeah, this is called Waxing Gibby.
Yes.
It's an art piece that I
It's a 3/4 moon. It's waxing, so it's like getting bigger.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good.
There's a lot of them. It's like, I don't know if you can see all of them. It's fine. There's like another one there. There's just a lot.
I saw at first I saw him over your shoulder, then I saw him in the moon. I was like, what the heck's going on with this? I have to ask.
Yeah.
It's good. Sporting the white blazer tonight. As you have gone through an evening, an ordeal, and have donned yet another blazer.
Yeah, you gotta.
When you catch up to your character. So for those who missed last session or would like a short recap, we received a call 2 sessions ago from somebody named Lowtek. And very quickly, Ninevin tapped Neville. And the two of you kind of walked out of the room to have a quiet conversation out in the hall. Meanwhile, the rest of the troop was left to their own devices to figure out what the fuck to do. And they did awesome. They did great. We, there was some surgeries performed. There was a bit of cleanup done. We met a rat. We had a whole thing with the rat. It was really great. It was really great. Nicodemus lives, which I wasn't certain was going to happen. I'm so glad that Nicodemus is still around. And I'm just curious if anybody in chat has figured out where all those rats came from. So we'll see. We'll see if somebody spies the reference. And then you all went upstairs to do the commission. And that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing to get you all upstairs, 200 floors up, past security and everything. Only to find out that Lux, in all of her grandeur, with her like golden cornrows and her like black chrome skin and the giant empty turtle tank in her palatial apartment.
She was so cool. I'm kind of like, if I didn't love Keanu so much, I would give him back. She was really cool.
No, she would turn. I think if she knew that we took it, I don't think
that's your job.
nice.
You're making friends.
That's right. You two had a really good connection there. And there's going to be a need for you to return and fix the painting that you crit failed on.
So bad. Like, I guess I was just too awestruck, and I guess she like a smiley on her face or something.
It's so good. That was what a cap to the evening.
We also convinced her fan that Red's bullet riddled body was actually just a drunk girl.
We just played Russian roulette at a party. Oh, we got a rep for having really good parties too.
Oh yeah.
Wild parties.
So we have to
Wild parties. We don't know if they're good.
Nobody said they were
Wild, good, same thing.
Is it wild? Where drunk girls play Russian roulette, where their friends shoot them,
and no one else is hurt, just her.
No one else is hurt. No one else lost Russian
Russian roulette works. One person gets hurt when you keep playing. No, that's the end of the game.
That was seriously my favorite. I watched that thing like 5 times after we stopped playing. I was like, because each of you had such great looks when like the bag was opening and you realized like, shit.
That's right.
So good. Okay, sorry. So we are in Ascension, this giant 200-story tall building. It's like several city blocks wide. It's got 100-something thousand people living in it. And you all have been struggling with this like imminent problem of we just got a lot of good stuff, but now we have to take care of this body person and this decapitated head. And while you all been kind of assessing how to handle your cleanup job and deal with the fresh bodies you've got and the gross, decrepit body that's in the room, Ninevin, you got a call from a rather scary looking all metal face. And you would know immediately upon seeing this form on the phone. And it's not even your phone, right? It's Red's phone. it's the mostly dead girl's phone, which you will find out later is no longer in the vicinity. You use her face to unlock the phone, and there's this person on there. He's a Borg, okay? And in this world, Borgs are people who have completely reformed their whole body. They're all machine basically at this point. They're barely human still. A lot of them are right on the edge of going cyber psycho. And so this person who you don't know is calling a mostly dead girl's phone. And just to like make sure that we're in meta plot, I'm going to say that you and Nev take the call outside because we didn't get to hear any of the call in the last game. So Nev, you're the one with armor. You're the one with a sword. Ninevin, you're the one with a shotgun. You're the two best armed and armored people to step out on the hallway and take this call from Lowtek.
Yeah,
What
I don't
could
want
possibly go
Lowtek
wrong?
to know like where we are. So I definitely would take it out of there. So if it's like some sort of video call, I don't know what it is, but just in case he can somehow see,
it would totally
get
be
out of the safe spot.
Yeah, it would totally be a video call. It has that like classic ring from the game, the doo 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 kind of thing. And you see that face in the caller ID with the Lowtek underneath. And so you step out, find a nice quiet corner in this light industrial area. I'm going to say at the end of a hall, there's like a maintenance closet there, a little utility and IT closet kind of in this corner, a paid bathroom, and then there are people walking around in these halls. This is a working floor. There are workers going, maybe doing a shift change or going on lunch or whatever. So there's a couple of people around if you need to interact with them. None of them, everybody's minding their business because the two of you obviously don't work here, and they are not gonna pry. Kind of deals like, I'm head down. I'm just moving on with my day. I don't want anything interesting. Okay, big arm Susan. She doesn't want anything interesting. Okay.
She's gonna have a bad day later when she realizes she doesn't have her ID.
That's gonna happen at the end of her shift.
Oh God.
We haven't even gotten there yet. So yeah, you have found yourself a little corner in this, and the ring has been going on for a minute, and you can answer it whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of position myself so no numbers would show in the video frame that could really give us any information on where we are.
That's good.
And I'll kind of give Nev a nod and answer the call.
Yeah. Just so I know, are you on speaker so that you and Nev can hear everything that's going on, or are you going to like take it to your ear so that only you can hear the conversation?
I think I would want Nev's input. I would have it just loud enough that both of us could hear, so other people kind of passing by, it might sound like
easy enough.
inaudible.
Easy enough. Yeah. You have it on speaker, but it's really low, and the two of you huddled in this corner without any like obvious markings of where you are in the background. And Nev is probably not even in camera, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Good. Yeah. We don't need to tell him there's two of us.
Mhm.
Yep. Good. Yeah. So this face pops up on screen in front of you, and in case you haven't, like, I'll just pop. Nothing on his face moves. Okay. There's no like operating mouth or any of that kind of stuff. It's just, you can see that he's animated. You see that he's alive, but there's no mouth to look at. There's no eyes to see if he's looking in your direction. You recognize a number of the circles on his helmet would all be optics. So he probably has like a 360 view of the situation going on around him. And the one in the center is probably some sort of multi-spectral thing. So he can like see heat and UV and all the junk to like not get surprised. Nobody sneaks up on old Lowtek.
So we're facing a Terminator. Got it.
Sort of. Yeah. A little bit. And he is also in a dark spot where you can't see a lot of the stuff that's going on around him. I do want both of you to roll perception, though, because even though he's in a dark corner, there are sounds, there's background noise, there's hints about where he's at. And before we even get into it, I'm just going to say there's, you can hear some background noise. I want to see if you pick up on where he might be. 17. Okay,
17.
Good.
Works way better if I'm logged in, so it'll be just a second.
No worries. The 17 will get us there. So Ninevin, you've heard this sound before. You're very familiar with this sound. He's not in your part of the maintenance void, but he's on that floor. For sure, he's on that floor because you've heard that like air handler rumbling sound of hot air moving through ductwork or something like that. It doesn't sound like you're part of the building, but he's on your floor. Kind of thing. Just before the conversation even begins, you're like so tuned in to your home and the edge squatters and everything there. You're like, and he's quiet, and he kind of leans forward a little bit, and you can tell that he's talking to you through some sort of like not voice modulator because he doesn't have vocal cords anymore, but he's talking to you through like his mechanicalized voice, and he says, "Is Red safe?"
We got to her in time.
I'm monitoring her vitals. I know that she's alive, but is she safe?
She's in the biotech bag.
That's good. And who am I talking to?
Nin. You can
Nin.
call me.
Okay, Nin. My name is Lowtek. I'm a contractor here. Had kind of a rough morning, and I'm hoping that you can put some pieces together for me. And I think I have some information you might need. I figured out what floor you were on when I saw her down in this net. I think that all these Wickmen down here know about it too. And he says, "Give me 1 second." And he shoots you a couple of photos. And these are like, you can tell that he's been spider monkey up in the rafters. Right? This is the haunt of two of your cat burglars. Where Lowtek gets. Because these are above angle
these
shots.
rafters well.
Yeah.
You've seen our photos. Paris and Raina's photo shoots in the rafters.
Exactly.
Is Lowtek as good as Paris? It's shooting those angles, or no? Is he?
Yeah,
not,
right. I mean,
he doesn't have those
Lowtek
media levels.
He's no media. He doesn't know how to like block a shot.
Okay, just checking, because that could be a surprise
some of
extra
them-
hobby. I didn't know if he had a couple low levels in media now.
No.
Some of them are like blurry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a slight shake too.
Yeah.
No star wipe on that motherfucker. All right. Check.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're like annoyingly dry photos, right? They're
Okay.
like police surveillance type. Like I need the biggest box. Everything's in frame, right?
Mhm.
But there's no class. There's no character to this. There's no like soul in these photos. It's a Borg. Just takes the most optimal photo I can.
And I don't know if it's passion is photography. You can catch great sunsets for all we know. We know
True.
nothing about this person.
You have no knowledge. Apparently, photography is not his passion. You know this.
Check. Now I know this. One more thing I knew during the phone call. Photography, not his strong suit. Don't show these to Paris. She's not going to find them appropriate.
That's right. Ninevin, you recognize one of the people in this photo immediately. It's Sam, the guy who's also a little sweet on Eve. And he is standing with a bunch of these Wickmen pointing at things. And you can hear like little audio clips, like sounds like he was a little far away when he picked up this like bit of combo. And Sam says, yeah, she's always down here with that, with that trash. She's always down here with them. And they gotta be in here somewhere. He's like pointing at some of these walls. And Sam he's high society, man. Like he's way above the 50th floor, He still goes to school with Eve, like he thinks he's got an in, that she has no time for him. But he's talking to these like a bunch of them, maybe like 6 or 7 just with him. And maybe in the background shot, you can see some other forms, some more of these gang members down here with this lighthouse gang. And in the group in the back, you're almost certain you get a little like glint of Eve's hair. Like it's hard to tell because it's a little blurry. It's not in the best light, but that's her shoulders. That's her. You can describe how she like sets her hair and all that kind of stuff, but you just have that like sense that she's present too, just not physically with Sam in this moment. And maybe she has like some identifying feature or something like that would be like a tell for her. If you could like give us a little bit more about Eve in this moment.
So Eve is very, I would say, eccentric with her looks. We were both raised in corpse, so that was the only way we could really rebel without getting into too much trouble. So she was the first one to try and do like that half-shaved head with the braid down the side.
Yeah.
And I thought she was so brave for doing that. I couldn't do that. I didn't want to disappoint my parents, but she did. And it was her signature look.
Cool.
She usually has this, I don't know where she got it, but this military jacket. I don't know where she stole it, but those were the good days.
Awesome. Yeah, she's got like a jacket from like the 4th Corporate War, some sort of like crazy digital pattern that's like made by some AI supercomputer that knows how to blend shit in super well, right? So it's this like super high-end looking jacket with this cool like side shave situation, and you can definitely see that like you can't even see her shoulders because they're so well broken up by this camo jacket, but that like telltale like side shade with the braid going down, that like streak of rebellion, like you could just like sense that in the back of that photo. That is not the reason why Lowtek sent it to you. He sent it to you to show you this dude who is pointing out where the edge squatters live, right? And so like as a fixer, this is just a piece like, that Lowtek does not have this information about Eve. Lowtek is not connected anything about Eve. He doesn't know anybody about Eve, right? But he knows this guy. You might care about this guy trying to point out where your home is, right? And then the other photos you see that Lowtek has nabbed is of like, they are at one of the maintenance walls, like one of the walls that leads into the maintenance section, really close to Lowtek, like maybe just underneath Lowtek. As you see, they've got like pry bars, and they're trying to like rip away paneling to try and get in. And Lowtek says, I nabbed these photos about 20, 30 minutes ago. I had to wait until they got a little bit inside before I could reposition and give you a call. If your home is down there, it's about to be crawling with these assholes.
Thank you.
So that part's for free, because I think you might care about that. And I want to start our discussion with me giving something to you with the understanding that I will want something in return, but also I have more to give. But this problem here is about to pop off. I've been hearing some raised voices. I'm sure that something's about to go down.
Well, if it's a working relationship, I think we could both benefit.
I like the sound of that. Okay. Let me know. What is it that you said your name was Nin? Just so I get it
Nin.
right. Is that Nin? Okay. So what does Nin need?
Protection. Maintenance, protection.
Okay. All right. Protection is something I can do. Not around these Wickmen. There's a little too many of them for me to do it in a way that would, well, I'll just say that your building is very annoying, and it has an opinion about me being here, it seems. So I can do some things to help you with protection, but I cannot fight all these Wickmen by myself.
I'm actually going to try to use my fucking roll ability. Let's see if I can roll well or not.
Ooh, what you got?
A lawman one, so I can roll my D10 and see if I can get back up.
Yes.
As well as us heading down there. Because unfortunately, it's not great. Because you got to roll low. And I did not. So doesn't matter.
Let's see here. You add a D10 to the roll of this value whenever attacking with a carried weapon or... Hold on a second.
Nope. The backup one. You have to roll under your rank.
Oh.
Apparently I can roll really high. I can get the best possible roll, but I'm clearly not rank 10.
Yeah. Once you get them, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say, yeah, in this moment, you go to like one of the like garden panels here, like the garden pays to have a bunch of like open terminals down here. You log in, you try and get a hold of your crew. You send out the message to do something right now, like a hot action right now. And it seems like it's been sent, but you don't get the double check that any of them read it. So they will read it, but just not in this minute, right when you need it.
Yep. Right when I need it. Correct.
Yep.
Because unfortunately, the lawman has one of those weird abilities where you have to roll under your thing and not add anything to it or roll high.
Yep.
But it is what it is. All right.
I'm sure if you would appreciate assistance, I know people as well as myself that would be interested.
Okay. So I think what I can do is scout you a safe approach that will let you get set up with whatever crew you can get together. You will want them to have some kind of armor, just because there's a lot of them. And you're going to want them to have, shotguns, something, something they can put somebody on the ground.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I can get you in a good spot to get you started. You tell me how many people you're bringing, and I can get you to a good location as long as it's less than, say, 20 people.
I don't think that would be a problem.
Okay. All right. Yeah, fair enough. I like it. So I can get you there and I can draw some of them away, but I won't be able to fight them all on my own without a lot of security getting involved. And they won't really, from what I've noticed about the politics of this place, the security won't really mess with the Lighthouse Gang too much, which is a problem for me. In terms of what I need, there should be a head with a chip in it. I need that chip. And he holds up like a little container and he rattles it. All the RFID tags I've been taking out of people, they've all been turned off. I need a new RFID tag.
Okay.
That'll let me move around this building without the building having a strong opinion about that.
Understandable. Should be able to arrange that.
Okay. Well, sounds like we have an agreement.
Does.
Okay, good. Good. I like this. Ninevin, are you a fixer?
That is one of my strongest suits, I guess.
Okay, good. Good. And somebody that you might want to meet at the end of all this.
That would be appreciated.
Give me a call back when you know how many people you got.
Got it. Thank you.
Then, you hang up, he hangs up, y'all disconnect.
Well, shit.
We should probably grab the chip first.
Yeah. I guess we'll go back into the room for a minute.
Everybody's very busy with some intense discussion. They don't even notice you all come in. I think at this point early on, you all are discussing who's gonna have to clean up.
I think this was when we were we're gonna clean and then we're gonna try to sell some stuff, and how are we still gonna get rid of the body, and
then whether or not you should do the surgery.
Yeah, because I was surgery is gonna take 8 hours or 4 and 4, so that's a whole chunk of our day right there. So it's very important.
So weird question. Yeah. The RFID tags are on people, right? They're not are they implanted, or are they physically on usually kept in a pocket, or?
It's your option. Most people have them subdermally implanted in a wrist or something like that, so you can operate a door. Sweet. And so it can't be taken from you easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said the mangled corpse, there was an arm slammed against the wall?
Yeah.
I'm going to check it for the RFID tag.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you feel around the wrist and you can feel that little solid bump. And,
sure.
It doesn't take much to get these things out, especially if they're dead.
Yeah, I'm just going to chop the hand and chop the wrist area around it. And
yeah, I mean,
just a very angry mouse watching from above the machine.
Yeah,
glaring at you.
Yeah, you pick up this arm and cut it open, and the RFID tag pops kind of slides out of the skin a little bit, and it's all caked blood. Yeah. Pull it out, and you feel like you're being watched. You just get that sense, right? Mm-hmm. And you look around and your crew is not paying attention to you except for Ninevin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this over on this piece of equipment near the northern center end of the room, there's this like little rat, and it like scurries back into the walls when it sees you. It seems to have an opinion. And and hides when it realizes it's been spotted.
Okay. I will. I don't really have anything to leave for the rat. I would have left something for the rat just because I have a completely different religious context. If a rat's watching me, I just assume it has a spirit in it. So
It's fine. I give it neck meat later.
it's fine. It's cool. Like I just pop that, and yeah, we'll pop the unless anybody cares, we'll pop the chip that is listed that nobody else took from mine, unless I'm missing something. We'll get the 2 pieces of information we need. I will also try to get in touch with any of my list of 3 friends that supposedly live in the building.
Yeah. So now you're going to reach out to your 3 buds, like specifically.
Yes.
So I guess the fairest thing to do here would maybe each of them is one more shot at using your lawman ability, because you still want backup, right?
Yes.
You still want a crew to show up.
I do.
So let's give you have 3 rolls now against because all of them are in the gang, right?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Best possible roll that time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So your crew, let's see here. Let's name one of them. Maybe your like a sibling is maybe the first one you reach out to.
Sure.
Okay.
I would reach out to the mentor first, in all honesty, because
mentor. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's a good call. It's a good call. Let's see here. All right. So I have a list of names, but do you have a name in mind?
I'm gonna go with Uncle Marcus, actually.
Okay.
Uncle Marcos. And reach out to him and be like, there's a thing going down in the area he has me patrolling, and I could use some backup, and the Wickmen are there, and there's a lot of them. I also let him know about the head of the voodoo of the genie of voodoo boy that I have as well.
Awesome. Yeah. He says, okay, we need to be ready for heavy work. Yeah.
Yeah. If you got street sweepers and armor, if you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And this head, is it just the head?
It's just the head.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
That's good. It's good. No, bring it home.
We'll do. A friend of mine taking out all the parts.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now you roll again.
Actually, I named Skit specifically because they know Skit. Skit has interacted with them before. So I let them know Skit's taking out the parts because they've interacted with her.
Sweet. Yeah. Then they know that Skit will do good work and not mutilate the face. Right, Skit?
I will try my very best. I didn't so far with the first surgery. I didn't.
You did great. You did great. Yeah.
But apparently he has some weird neural links that I don't know how to work with. So we'll see.
And then I think you roll again to see how much hate they can bring to bear. Is that right?
Do I?
Well, let's see here.
It's based on the roll.
Combat number.
I like it.
Let's see here. Backup ranks. So skill based. Oh, okay. My apologies. When you roll for one of their skills, you're going to roll a d10 and add their combat number. So you're right. I think with a rank 4, you're going to get 4 like enforcers that show up with
a 1. With a 1, yes. If I had rolled worse, then I would have gotten not as good. But yeah, I get like 4 actual hitters to show up.
Yeah, and they're going to have body armor. They're going to have. I'm going to say, since they don't have cars to play like demo derby with and like run things over, because that's what they would love to do. Instead of just pistols, they're going to show up with like an assault rifle, 2 shotguns, and let's get
an extra gun for me.
Yeah, an extra gun for you. Let's see.
Because that would be great. A heavy pistol would be awesome for me.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to look at the gear to see what other options they may have here for you. I'm going to say then the 4th one is going to show up with like a machete.
Sure.
Okay. And then, so yeah, the machete guy is going to hand you his pistol.
I would appreciate that. That'd be great
when you all meet up. So, okay, cool. So he says your mentor, My apologies. I'll get his name one more time.
Uncle Marcus.
Uncle Marcus, yeah. So Uncle Marcus asks you where you want to meet.
I give him a location. Like basically, I map out the route so Nineveh and the Nineveh gave me so that we can meet up there so they get off camera and that the Lowtek can do his thing.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, the two of you take off and head down this space. And I think we're going to leave this workshop with the four of you. I think we're going to leave when Skit, you start the surgery, because I think it was like kind of the first thing that you really got going, right? And you vaguely remember, Ninevin coming by and popping out the chip out of the head. So, while y'all were talking, she kind of brushed by you, hey guys, and then like grabbed the chip and walked out. Just so you're not like later on surprised that it's not present.
I mean, we didn't really pay that much attention when we handed off the body anyway. So
true facts. True facts. Okay, cool. So yeah, you two take off, and you end up on like floor 22, 20, somewhere in there when you meet up with the boys, or with the crew. And Marcus is there. Or Uncle Marcus, he's got one of the shotguns. And then you've got three others. And the one with the machete kind of walks up to you and from like a concealed back holster produces a pistol and just kind of puts it into your hand.
I take it, check it, make sure it's loaded, move on with my day.
Yeah, and it's loaded with just regular ammo. And then and he like reaches into another pocket and hands you one reload.
Okay. It's one more than I had.
Yeah. And Uncle Mark is like, all right, so what are we trying to do? What's the goal?
I give him the rundown that the Wickmen are all up in the territory that they sent me to protect. There's a Borg fellow that's here that is. I'm not going to lie and tell them there's not a Borg fellow here to help because that's going to cause problems later.
Yeah. No, but they're surprised. There's a Borg here in the building.
Yeah, there's a Borg fellow here to help. He apparently had something to do with killing the Janil, so he's one step up in the right direction in my book. And so I let him know kind of what's going on with him, but he said he can get us around, but he needs an RF tag. And I kind of show him that I have one RF tag that I don't know if this one's working or not because it's off.
It would have been easy enough for you to check, right?
Oh, okay.
You would have been able to like check like a bathroom or whatever. And you would have seen that it did unlock a door.
Excellent.
Yeah. Because the building doesn't know he's dead.
Yeah.
He's been in here this whole time and is an unclaimed death. Yep.
Correct. Which is why it's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to let the low key know that there's a body attached to this and it's dead, but the building doesn't know it's dead yet.
That's awesome.
So this will work until the building finds out.
That's awesome.
But
that's awesome.
That's the best fix I could come up with in a quick moment. You did describe the arm being plastered against the wall, so
good callback, man. Way to go like 3 weeks back. And remember that's good. Yeah, which also says that all of the RFID tags he had rattled at you, all of those are dead people.
Oh yeah.
Every single one of those.
We knew that the moment he rattled them at us.
Yeah.
Also, water is wet.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. So, okay, great. Love it. Yeah. So a lot of you are, I'm going to say you're in like, you're in one of these, like, maybe on the 20th floor is like, a lounge lobby area with restaurants and stuff like that. This is like an internal lobby space within the building for residential, a little bit of light commercial, that kind of thing.
I also look to Nineveh and tell her that she should probably text Nailhead and let him know that the Wickmen are in that area.
Oh yeah, I'm texting Nailhead warning.
Okay.
100%.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna text Eva and say Sam's looking for you. keep a low profile.
Have you talked? Weird question. This is important to my actions. Have you
Yeah.
talked to me about this Sam individual? Do I know of this Sam individual? Do I know of your dislike of the Sam individual?
Yeah, I think like as we're like prepping for things, like getting
Mhm.
ready, I probably just say, look, that some of the pictures had someone from my past that he hates my guts.
Oh.
And
Do we need to snatch up his birthdays?
would be wonderful if you want the entire building on your ass.
Oh, okay. I mean, he
Hey,
come down
he's a-
here. That's his problem. He run around with Wickman. Bad things happen to those people sometimes.
Yeah. He's a government official. And I'm just gonna like mumble that under my breath, like going about whatever I was doing.
So don't go out of our way, but if he catches one, you ain't gonna be sad.
Oh no, I will not cry about it.
But don't make an effort to make sure he doesn't get out.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I just look, if you see a girl with braid, half shaved
Oh,
head,
your friend. She come down all the time.
yeah, he's he likes her and she doesn't like him. And
Okay.
I just want to make sure she's safe.
We can make sure that happens.
I really appreciate this, Nev.
Not the first friend I've helped out this way. Won't be the last.
Let's try to make it home safe.
Make it home not dead. I don't think we're gonna be safe.
All right. And I kind of just like get the shotgun ready, get it ready to go, and prep and
yeah, there's
locked
a,
and loaded.
you know, it's pretty easy to do that in a discreet way out here in the open. You know, you've got all these people around you, and you like this spot because this is one of the places where May comes to tag. And May, maybe just real quick, kind of paint for us an idea of, they're in this kind of loungy area. There'd be kind of plastic upholstered sectional type seating around small tables and all that kind of stuff. Where would she have tagged in a space like this, and what would she have put there?
I mean, anywhere that there's like just a blank wall or something, but I guess she would put like I kind of feel like she would do like a little doorway or something, like just a random like window. And then on the outside is like some like beach scape or something, just really like bright and kind of psychedelic colors, just all kind of flowing around and kind of pop arty.
Awesome. Yeah, so you're all near this like one of May's pieces, and the two of you notice like kind of wedged in like where the wall plating comes together in this like one way, just cocked in there, is a little like this tall tarot card of the Fool.
I pointed out to her and let her snatch it up if she wants, but I don't mess with that. Somebody put that there for a reason.
I'm immediately looking around because this seems like a trap to me.
Sure. Yeah. You glance. This looks like there's nobody like giving you eyes. Like you roll well. Nobody's really paying close attention to you all. You know, fixers and groups come together here all the time. This is not an odd occurrence. You don't often see anybody put something with one of May's pieces. That's kind of one of the reasons why you all like to be near her pieces, is that it's usually like, you know, people take pictures of it, and then it, like, for as long as it can be up before maintenance has to take it down, it's kind of like a little marked safe space for all of you. Now, you with your local experts would probably know that there are other artists around. Give me a local expert roll. Let's just see if you connect the dots on this little calling card.
All right.
Because you're a fixer in Ascension, like you would know a lot of things.
23.
Yeah, awesome. So with a 23, you're look, there are the independent taggers like her, and there's not that many. And one of the other like people who go around doing art and graffiti and all that kind of stuff throughout the building, and they're not especially associated with any of the established gangs. There is somebody who does a lot of tarot cards. You don't know them, but you know there's like tarot card art in the building, and that they're an unaligned artist within the structure. And so like looking at that card real quick, you're like, I think I've seen something like that before. You know, that's not like a card that was printed. It was a card that was made.
Okay. Yeah, I was totally scared. It was like it's a trap. They have the fool card, and it was like, oh
Totally.
shit. But
Totally.
so
Yeah.
much better than
You
that.
do that glancing, you're like, okay, no imminent threat. And as your brain is working, you're like, oh yeah, there's this like other art scene going on down here and all that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna grab it
Mhm.
and keep it, and probably show it to May when I get back. To,
Sure.
like see what the lowdown is on that.
Yeah. And on the backside, it's very simple. There's a name of a restaurant. Or actually, no, I think the way he would communicate that would be like, I don't know. So there'd be some sort of like pseudo cryptic message. So it's not like super obvious to some like gonk that just found it, right? But something to help May figure out, you know, a meet location and time kind of thing, because they're communicating through their art. Actually know each other, and this is the best thing that they'd have at their disposal. So
Perfect.
cool. Yeah, you get the card with a little message on the back. Awesome. So yeah, anything else you want to do here while you're together with your crew? Your guys are easy, man. Like when they're in this space like this, they command a lot of space. Like people give you room. There may have been like a group in the table next to you all. After a couple of minutes of you all like sitting here and camping for a second, that group has moved to another bar, right? And it's mostly that just like people want to, like a group like this that's like armored kind of just commands a little extra space down in these lounges. You know, nobody wants to like accidentally overhear something. So you've noticed that all the groups have gotten away from like casual listening distance from you. Kind of thing.
I'm really at the wait and forgo moment. Like
I am gonna call Lowtek because he said to call as soon as we got our band together.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do in an area. I'm not gonna show May's artwork if I possibly can. And
yeah.
so-
You take a second to find a spot, right? I'm not gonna make that hard. And you find a corner with some low lights. There's like a bit of a strobe going on. Like one of the like main lights is like flickering. Something's up with it, right? And you pull up the call. That's like the only thing that's like an environmental thing you're not able to like really tune out. But I mean, lights flicker, right? So it's no big deal. And you call Lowtek, and he has moved. You see that he's actually moving when you talk to him, because you can see the background behind him kind of shifting, and it looks like he's like just underneath some conduit, some like metal tubing for wires and pipes and all that kind of stuff, as he's like probably up in the rafters again, shifting around, kind of deal. And he says, "Good to hear from you. What's your situation?"
Crew's ready to go.
Okay, good. The shouting kind of died down. I heard a pop. Everybody got quiet for a second, so your timing is good. I assume that the Wickmen are getting organized, kind of figuring out exactly how they want to try and fuck over your friends, honestly. So your timing is good here. The I believe it's your group.
be 6 including you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a general area.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for that, yeah, I mean, you know your area, I'm sure, but there's this set of stairs, kind of one sector over, that none of them are at. And so if you come down through those stairs, you're over near some like biotechnica shit. But once you pass that, there's this like little I don't know, maintenance corridor next to a bunch of air ducts and all that kind of stuff. That's where I originally called you from. In there, they're not really watching that angle at all. So you'll be able to get in. There's a boiler, and then we're starting to get pretty close to your area, and I can tell you where the crews are at that point.
Great.
And I'll meet you there in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hang up and just tell them where to go.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easy enough, right? You all know your building. You get down to like the 14th floor, head over to those stairs in the next sector over. You all being deputized maintenance, easy enough to badge through that door and get it open. Your crew could not do that themselves because they don't have the maintenance badges like the two of you do. So you pop that door, all of you slot in and head down the stairs, and we're now in the kind of maintenance corridors of floor 13. And those stairs do open up in this other section that you all don't really go to very often. This is kind of in the direction where Paris and Raina take their turtle on walks, right? And it reeks over here, like reeks of rot and like that like composty smell, right? And a little bit of like decay too, like just like death. So it's kind of this like blend of compost and death, and it just doesn't smell very good over here. And people generally kind of avoid it, as it's the kind of darker side of this living wall that goes up through the center of the building. And maybe our little maintenance door that we had to get into, maybe that was like into the wall. Maybe there was like a big lush green wall, and you had to pop the door right at the base of it and kind of get in. That's how you got down these stairs, or access to the stairwell. And yeah, it's dark, and you will make your way down there. Unless any of you are going to call any kind of like stopping or any of that kind of stuff, it's pretty easy to get to your maintenance corridor. Mm-hmm. These are halls that you've walked before, even if you don't like them, right? And your crew, they all like pull up their stuff. It's like, you live here? This is the important territory that you take care of.
It's past here.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I make it very clear it's past here.
Yeah. All right.
This is biotechnica turf, is what I let them know.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I was just to say that. Look, maintenance corridor. If you want to learn anything about anything, stay next to the pipes. Find all the information you need.
Your mentor like kind of gives you a little like nudge and is like, you could learn something from her. She knows how to read the building.
She does. That's why I roll around with her.
That's good. You can see they're all getting a little amped. They're like blood's getting up a little bit. They're like kind of ready to go. And you make contact with Lowtek. The way this happens is you're all going down this corridor. There's those pipes, and there's that air handler.
I do proceed to look up because we know he's been in the pipes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we know he's been up. We don't wait for him to like just stealth out of the ceiling like crazy, like
no, and
cyber spider monkey.
And when you round a corner, kind of down this hall and up, you see like a little red light, like a soft red light, kind of pulse and flash, and you can tell that it's like a directional lantern as he sweeps it, and he was holding it in his hand, or it's part of his hand. You're not really sure, but you can see the form of Lowtek kind of on the sidewall here as you all come up. And Lowtek kind of extracts himself from the wall so that I don't know, he can stand there, and he's 7'2" in front of you, all kind of dark black metal. There are some markings of like the Arasaka manufacturers, not a lot of, sorry, the Borg manufacturers, not a lot of them, and some of his markings are clearly Arasaka in origin. He's probably modified it a bit and changed it some, but there's just some telltale signs that this was manufactured by Arasaka at some point long ago. New Borg suits aren't made anymore. They're all found. So this is old stuff. This is very old stuff. And he just kind of waits for you all to come up, and he's got his like he kind of glances at you all. You see his like red dot in the center of his face, right? And then he looks away from you all and just kind of sits still while you all come up.
I will hand him the chip first and foremost, and let him know that the building doesn't know this person's flatlined yet.
That's good.
So you should be able to get around for a while.
Is the building going to find out?
They shouldn't anytime soon.
Oh. He kind of sits with that for a second. It's like, okay, this is good. Thank you. And he attaches it into his arm someplace, and you see him take his like little rattle of RFID chips and like tosses it down some like air chute somewhere, and it's going to end up somewhere else in the building. He's like, I don't need this anymore. And now that he's got this thing that's going to stick with him for a little bit. And he's very, very still whenever, like, I'm animated because that's who I am, but Lowtek is not. He's quite low key.
Does he do the Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers serial killer, like head turns, then body turns shtick?
Yeah, he doesn't need to turn his head to like have a conversation with you, so he doesn't turn his head anymore. He keeps his like red eye towards the action, but is otherwise a rather still form. And yeah, I think like you can see on his person, he has probably like an old style shotgun and I guess it would, I guess for us, it would be a longsword, right? It looks small on him just because he's so much bigger, but it would be a longsword on his back, effectively one of those. And it's been like custom manufactured to like form to his back and his like containment system, whatever he's got there. But you can see the pommel for it sticking up. And he kind of sizes up your group and says, looks at Ninevin and then the 5 Haitians, okay? and says, is this, I mean, no disrespect, but is this a new group? I haven't seen a lot of Haitians before in this building.
Up and coming.
Oh, good. You all got a name or anything like that?
We're the true voodoo boys, not the little culture vultures you used to.
His head turns, like his red eye turns back. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that. You know, the voodoo boys are kind of all over this building, right?
We know. Why you think we here?
All right. I might have some information for you then. Once we get through this part.
Sounds good.
Okay. The voodoo boys are not here yet, but they're gonna be. The voodoo boys and this gang are at odds, big time, especially after this morning. The voodoo boys are looking elsewhere for their old net runner. They're going to figure out that there's something going on down here before too long. And I think that's going to be our moment. Because right now, your group, they're all barricaded. Right? There's a bit of a standoff. The Wickmen, I don't know, they don't seem all that comfortable down here. There's a bunch of them. They're trying to kind of figure out their way in.
They're fairly lightweight. They don't handle up close and personal well. Their gang uses melee to send a message, not to actually hurt anyone.
Yeah, that's a good read. That's a good read. So, I mean, give them enough time, they're just going to bum rush the thing, and they'll take the casualties they need to take. But when the voodoo boys show up, sorry, what would you call them?
Genial. Phony, false.
False voodoo. Good. Yeah, Janil. I got that. So when the Janil show up, that'll be a good moment. There'll be a lot of chaos then. And he produces like a Sharpie, you know, and takes a just a little like sheet of metal off of some piece of equipment here, right? Like maybe there's like he's at some sort of like boiler or water handler, and there's some warning sign like don't touch hot steam kind of thing.
Before he starts writing, I do turn to him and go, oh, the one talking from the pictures you sent. And like I'll describe Sam.
Yeah. Their informant.
Yeah. If he's still down here, he apparently real big in the upper part of the building, government official. You get a hold of him, you'll probably have free run of the place.
Oh.
So if you don't take his head, but you take him with you, he'll probably crumble. He seemed well weak in the gut.
I like that.
So
do you know what his function here is? Is it like
I turn toward Nineveh and let her fill him in afterwards, but
you can whatever you like, honestly.
He's the son of, well, one of the leaders of the upper floor.
Okay, good.
You can get a pretty good monetary sum for taking him. Or if you really want to shake things up, he's got dirt on everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I know what to do with that. And you get the impression that he's like talking to somebody, right? And he says, "Okay, this is good. Let me paint you a picture real quick." And he takes this like warning sign off the thing, right? And there's like you can hear the like when his like metal fingers touch it, you can hear like a little bit of like little like tinging, like the metal is getting a thermal shock kind of deal. And he takes this panel that says "Don't touch" kind of stuff because it's too hot, and he flips it over on the backside and draws your place and says, "All right, your group is held up here. They've fortified these positions," and he draws some X's, and the gang is in these locations. And he kind of maps out like where everybody's at. And the Wickmen are trying to control the elevators. That's how they're getting in and out of here. And the elevators that are at that elevator bank. And out of character, this is where we were a couple of sessions ago. That same like elevator bank and all that kind of stuff. That's where the Wickmen are mostly held up. He says, "Look, it's pretty easy to get up into the rafters in that area and do some stuff. It'd be pretty easy to draw a few of them away, or maybe even a lot of them away. But you've got this group here," and he kind of dots. It's like there's about 8 that are hard pressed to get in, and they've got 2 sections of 6 next to them that would follow them, I think, into your home area. And then kind of behind them, you've got these 20 people, and he kind of like does like 20 little dots super fast. You've got these 20 people that they're here because they got to be. You know, you can kind of read the room there. And then at the elevators and at the stairs, that's their leadership. They've got captains down here making sure nobody leaves the scene until it's all resolved.
Is this a cut the head off the snake situation?
It's up to you all. You all live here. But there's definitely some commanders in amongst the group at the elevators and at the stairs. This is your home. This is your building. You tell me.
Do you know where the voodoo boys are going to come from, based upon what you said? The Genil are going to come from?
So the Genil are, he maybe it like draws like draws a line. He says the Janelle are up on floor 27, and they live kind of right up your chute. They had a hidden safe house up there that me and Red found out about. Trying to get some information on a thing here in the building, and so when Red cut off his head, came down this trash chute that was right outside their hideout. So they're going to probably come down those elevators once they figure out that everything's here on floor 13. They're going to be able to get access to the service elevators at least. So whenever that happens, it'll happen at the elevators.
Then we should hit the stairs when they come out the elevators. Leave the Wickmen with no leadership. The 20 will scatter. They don't want to be here anyway.
Okay. So the way for you all to get there, it's kind of annoying, but honestly, go back the way you came. Go up the floor, go around, get to those stairs, get your way in. I can stay here, buy your team some time, or try and lead off that group of 20 whenever there's an opening, or at least, sow some chaos, that kind of thing.
Yeah, if the 20 don't break, sow chaos. I think the easiest thing to do is hit them all, the leadership, and then mop up the rest of the leadership at the elevators. And if the Wickmen run, then the Wickmen run.
Okay. This will work. This will work for me. This will work for my people. Just to get a sense from you, is there anything down here that is sacred?
There's some hydroponics.
Okay. Anything else?
Out of character, I don't think there's anything super major. I mean, there's a giant turtle tank, but I'm not going to say that's sacred because that can be used as a giant distraction later, and Paris isn't with us. So if the tank breaks and we need to use it to clear up some people, then the tank breaks and we need to use it to clear up some people. Paris would be like the sacred turtle tank, but I'm not Paris, so no sacred water basin.
Can we like just get a quick flashback to like you know where the turtle tank is, and there was probably like the day they showed up, and what was the story they told with the turtle and why they have a giant ass turtle in the living space.
Okay, well, first of all, definitely try to play it off and say that it was not a turtle and it was just my grandfather. When that didn't work, I said, well, I mean, are you really gonna like put this turtle out on the street? Like, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna put this poor defenseless grandfather turtle out on the street? Look at him. Look at his face. He'll give you a kiss. Put your face next to him. He'll give you a beautiful little kiss.
I'm playing really sad, like Sarah McLachlan music from around the corner.
Oh my god.
That was good. That's good.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
No?
He set the mood just right. Get over his heartstrings tugged. He's an adorable little turtle. And Tin Can is the first to melt. She's like, oh, he's so cute. He's too cute.
Sorry, no pets. I will make an exception because he's very polite.
It's good. It's good. And with like Tin Can's like buy-in and the group's buy-in, it's like the lot of you and Tin Can pretty much makes it that if anybody has problems with it, they don't. There's not a lot of room
to Keanu.
Maybe that's how we learned that he was actually needed meat. We just were like faking it with someone holding like a finger above, like he'll get you, and then he did. We're like, oh shit.
Guy's like,
Tell your friends.
The turtle's gonna die. And
There's a
then
beware
ran
of
away.
turtle sticker like right on the front of the tank.
Yes, he bites.
Don't feed the turtle. Like
It's good.
No, it says feed the turtle smiley face.
oh god.
That's good. I love it. I love it. Awesome. So there's a bit of time that goes by, and you all move to get into position. The one thing I want to kind of figure out is you go upstairs, move around, you get to those other stairs, and there's a group of Wickmen there at the stairs. There's about 4 of them that are, I mean, they're dressed in that kind of like nautical white jacket with the buttons, and they've got either pistols or like one of them probably has a shotgun kind of deal, and they're just posted up guard at these stairs. And so what I want to kind of figure out is how the lot of you want to address these guys at the stairs, and that'll be your only real thing that's going to keep you from getting down here, as the rest of the building you'll have kind of carte blanche for. And these are like maintenance stairs, right? So the door is a little wider than normal. It's like a 4-foot door instead of a 3.5-foot door, and full metal frame and all that kind of stuff. And your badges let you in, and apparently their badges let them in too, which is great.
Good to know.
Great for them.
Arguably, I'd want to try to proto like stealth by, like we're like me on a job, like stealth by them. So when the time comes, we just get them stuck in a pincer, and they can choose whether they want to get filled full of holes or walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my thing. That's what I would recommend, because like we're known on these floors. Nemo can get the rest of the group in. I can just go ahead because I have a maintenance badge. Like, there's no point in like they're all of 5 feet behind me if I can't like make myself inconspicuous enough like a normal worker.
Sure.
Yeah, the quieter the better, I think, is like our plan.
I can roll some stealth on that and see if I don't horribly botch this roll. Let's see if that goes horribly bad.
Well, it'll be wardrobe style to get yourself all suited up like a maintenance guy. You get out your little arm badge, put that on there, and like, can I be Mr. Maintenance?
That's nowhere near as good.
As I walk right by the guys.
11.
Sweet. So yeah, as you're walking up to this door, the one kind of in back closest to the door goes, hey pal. Like, obviously nothing's happened. Like, no maintenance today, man. Like, you gotta.
I just start speaking Creole at him.
Sweet.
Like I don't fucking speak English, and throw the word nailhead in there, and that's it. I just fucking like, I clearly am going to threaten him in Creole, but it's going to sound like I'm like, nailhead told me, like just the whole nailhead told me I'm supposed to be here. Yada yada. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, give me a persuade.
Sure. 17.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think that would, let me just roll real quick for this guy and his like not getting bullshit. Yeah. Okay. There's a 3 on the die. So yeah, he's like, fucking nailhead. All right. I thought we had him under containment, and he's like, all right, man, get on in there, man. And he like opens the door for you.
Sure.
And Ninevin, you and the 4 crew are all kind of posted up around the corner. I'm not gonna make you roll stealth or anything like that. You were all kind of in a prepped space. And Nev, you are past the 4 of them, doors open into the stairwell. You can hear some voices down below having a casual conversation, but they're at least 1 floor down from you.
Yep. So yeah, I can use the other stealth roll, I'll just stealth and wait for the right time, because like my plan is just to, these guys can make a life decision on we're outnumbered and pincered at the very brief moment. We can either set down our guns or get wasted. Cool. Get flatlined real quick.
Cool. Yeah. So you post up in these stairs, and door shuts behind you. It's nice and quiet, and you just kind of wait until you hear the commotion. And it doesn't take too much longer. Maybe after all this, it would have been another hour or so before the Voodoo Boys finally show up, or this other gang.
The phony voodoo boys. The culture. You can say culture vulture all day long.
Yeah, culture vulture
I love the culture vulture crew.
That's good. I like it. So you don't hear the elevators and that kind of stuff, but you hear like somebody startled and a lot of gunfire one floor down. Mm-hmm. And we can all, the two of you are on an initiative, really. So you have first action of anybody on this floor. You know what's going on down there because you're kind of prepped for it. But the sound of gunfire is definitely coming up these stairs. It's nice and loud as there's a door open down there. And yeah, is there anything you want to do before the crew up here reacts to what's going on?
I assume Nineveh's going to open the door. Our crew is going to come in, level at him, and be like, drop it. Just drop him and walk. Like, that's the first thing. And if they don't drop it and walk, then we're just going to open up on them before they can do anything.
Okay.
Having the jump on them makes this a very easy, like, they can drop their guns on the floor and walk away, or they can not. They can choose life in this moment.
All right. So I want Ninevin. You're going to be the face of this, because you're the one coming around the corner with 4 armed and armored Haitians, and a 5th Haitian is like just on the other side of them in this little pincer move, right? I want you to do a face down with their leader.
Okay.
And this is like a D10 plus your cool plus your rep, which is currently 1, versus his stare down roll. And if you win, then they're going to walk away. If you don't win, then they're going to try and fuck you up.
Okay. So that's a +9, luckily for me.
Awesome.
So that is 15.
Awesome. Yeah. So you come around the corner with all these guys, and you can see these four Wickmen have started to draw their weapons, and they're kind of listening for what's going on. And they see you, and the leader is like, "Hey," and then he kind of looks at you. Door behind him opens. Nev, you kind of like just creep out with like a pistol or something like that to the group. And the 4 of them kind of freeze. And there's this moment where you can see them making the calculation, gunfire down below, shouting down below. And he says, "All right, we're okay. We're okay." And he drops his pistol. And one of the other guys was like, "Are we fucking doing this?"
If you value your lives. And I say that with a smile on my face.
Yeah. They drop their shotgun. The other 2 drop their pistol, and they take a couple of paces away to see if they're about to get killed.
We let them walk.
And then they take off.
We collect their weapons.
Yes, Call of Duty style. We pick them all up.
Awesome. So you have 1 more shotgun and 3 heavy pistols.
I will take 2 heavy pistols, get the shotgun back to the guy who gave me his pistol, and like do that.
Awesome. Yeah, you can hear Bedlam down below. Coming up the stairs is 3 more of these dudes. One of them has a assault rifle, and the other 2 have shotguns, and they are like gun up, looking up. They see you guys, and they're gonna shoot.
Yeah, we figured we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Now we're doing it live.
Yeah, because those guys are extracting. And they're like, whoever, maintenance guy, he's dead. He's a maintenance guy. Who cares, right?
Yep.
Cut to the hideout. We are on our 28th replay of "Wannabe" by Spice Girls, just cleaning.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
If there's an extra handgun, I will take one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You've
I have
got
a backup, because I've got 5 shots in the shotgun. So
hell yeah,
have an extra.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so the first guy with the shotgun does hit you, Nev. For for 27 points.
Okay.
With that shotgun. And then the one next to him says, "Get down." As they are like trying to go upstairs. You guys, all of you are between them and them and each other. I'm going to say this one guy is the only one that really had a shot ready to go. The other two were maybe watching the back and heard the shot, heard what was going on. One of them shouted. Now all three of them are looking up at you.
Sure. I fall upon the ground after being shot. I'm not dead, but I do fall down.
Okay.
Because it should put me out of line of sight for them.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Because you're up from them. You have the high ground, so it's easy enough for you to duck down. You have cover. Nev, you hear the report of the shotgun, the blap, as the bunch of blood hits the wall. You see Nev go down. Your group is with you. They're ready to go, but it's up to you. This is your op. So what do you want to do here?
I just give the go ahead.
Okay.
100%. And I'm going to shoot whoever just shot my friend because fuck
Awesome.
that shit.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, you get into this stairwell. There's all five of you up. Go ahead and give me your shot, as there's one with a shotgun pointed at you, obviously the one who pulled the trigger, and there's two more down below that are whirling around.
That's crit.
That's perfect hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, how do I do that?
So do you have the shotgun on your character sheet? Oh, you know what? So let me.
I may have forgotten to add it.
No worries. So this like compendium is really helpful. So if I go shotgun and find the shotgun and then open up your character sheet. Where are you? Oh, there you are at the top. So what we can do in the gear section, which is under information, you can search for any gear you like, and then you can just drag and drop gear onto your character sheet, which I just did. Oh, we both did. Awesome. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. So you've done the attack, and now I think you might need to, let's roll the attack again. We know that you hit.
Okay.
And because I think the next thing you get to do is roll damage.
Okay.
And I just want to know what your damage is.
15.
15, nice. Now I'm going to hover over the 15 to see if there's 2 6s in a row. There's not. There's 1 6 in the roll, and so it's not quite a crit, but a ton of damage goes into this guy. The rest of your group, I'm just going to use your sheet because you've got the shotgun and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to roll another attack for you real quick and see how it goes. 16 and 19. So the next guy, the other Haitian with a shotgun comes up and he lays one into this dude too. And the others with, what did they have? They all had pistols, I think, right? Wait.
It was 3 shotgun. It was 2 shotguns. Well, now it's 3 shotguns and an assault rifle.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to say that this is pretty quick work, honestly, because you guys outnumber them. And in the way of like Cyberpunk, your crew is going to be taking most of the hits because they're the ones with shotguns. The machete guy gets down in there and all that good stuff.
I think he's got a shotgun now, actually. He got the shotgun off the guys that dropped their weapons.
Well, he would probably still want the machete because he's got he would be the melee guy. He'd be the one that doesn't have a lot of shoulder arms. So he's going to get down in there, do 2 big swings with that machete and just slice right through people's armor and just chop them down,
Yeah.
And it's maybe 2 rounds of combat before this is done. I am going to see if Ninevin, if you take a round in this exchange. Okay, you would have from the guy with the assault rifle.
Okay.
That would be 16 points of damage to you.
All right.
After that, though, these guys are going to be either smoked or have run away, but I think they're going to be too smoked because there's 6 of you. Now, Nev, are you still up and able to fight? Okay, cool.
I dropped because he shot me with a shotgun, so I fell backwards to not be in line of sight to get shot with a shotgun again.
Perfect. Yeah, so 6 of you versus 3. I mean, it just doesn't. This system really favors those who outnumber people, especially when you have all these guns with you. So yeah, you kill this like captain with the assault rifle and his 2 like bodyguards with the shotguns.
I quickly see if they have better armor.
Yeah. So all 3 of them have Kevlar armor that is now shot up a bit, but
still probably better than the 2 that I have on now.
Yeah. So you kind of rifle through them. The one that looks the best, you're going to have a protection rating of 5.
That is 3 times, that is twice as good what I have. So I'll grab that and pass the next one on to Nineveh.
Yeah. So Nineveh, you have a protection rating of 4. You have Kevlar armor, and its current rating is at 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We also salvage any ammo we can off of them and the weapons. If
needed. They all had reloads. I mean, they were trying to bug out as soon as the fighting started. And so they had their guns with full mags, well, partially spent mags and a reload. So yeah, this crew is, you get 2 shotguns and an assault rifle out of the deal.
All right. Sounds good. We reload up and keep moving.
Okay.
Follow behind the wake of the Voodoo Boys having their firefight. Actually, I would look at you and have you call Loki because Lowtek, sorry. I don't know why I said Loki because apparently I really want a Loki match. So I would have you call Lowtek and see how he's doing because I'm assuming he can multitask a phone call and the 6 other thousand things he does with his 64 megabytes of RAM in his head.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll get an update. And question for first aid, is there a way to because we just took shotgun wounds. I don't know if that has any impact on our fighting.
Yeah, you're all down hit points. To start healing, you need to be stabilized.
Okay.
And so somebody would roll paramedic or first aid to stop the bleeding. And then your body will begin to heal. Mechanically, you would probably get all the way through this firefight before you took that break to do the stabilization. But that is a good point. None of you have speed heal, which is the save your immediate hit point regain thing. Only a med tech can give you that.
Fantastic. I just want to double check because I didn't know if they injuries or things like that. So
yeah, good call. Whenever we do crits, that's when things get a little wild.
Cool.
And so when I rolled my damage, that was the other thing I was looking for to see if any of you got critted. Each time one of you got hit, you're all okay. The 2 of you are okay. And so to kind of narratively get through this next bit, you all have control of the stairs near the elevators, so you're able to make that scene really crazy. Lowtek is able to get those 20 people kind of pinned down closer to the Voodoo Boys or the Culture Vultures. So those guys, just that whole melee is real rough for both teams, just because there's 20 of them, and even the Voodoo Boys show up or the Culture Vultures show up with armed and armored people. 20 people can get a lot done, especially when they're scared and fighting for their lives. So that scene is pretty bloody. Okay.
Yeah,
we wait. We pick off stragglers.
Okay.
we pick off stragglers. Actually, we pick off stragglers of the Culture Vultures.
Yeah.
If the Wickmen don't fire on us, we let them bounce.
Cool.
We're because at the end of the day, we're just going to talk to them later now that we know they don't get along with the Voodoo Boys. So I'm going to have our gang go talk to them after it's done and use as an example of we didn't blow you away when we had the chance.
I think then there'd be a really funny moment where the 6 of you are in this stairwell, kind of watching through a slat or whatever. And you see this one, I don't know, 24-year-old kid, I say kid, this 24-year-old man who's been shot he's kind of staggering towards the stairs, obviously like one of the culture vultures, and he like slams through the crash bar to get into the stairwell, and he kind of like, he's got his pistol at his hand, and there's this moment when he's looking at all of you, and then like just a seat, like 5 Haitian faces and Ninevin, and he looks at Ninevin and is like, huh?
And then he takes a machete to the top of the head. He probably gets machete in the dome. Like,
yep. And he's just pulled in, the rest of your crew's just like, shh, just bring him right in. It's all quiet.
Take all shit. Yeah.
Yep. Good. Okay, cool. So there is a long, protracted engagement here where there's moments where groups have been barricaded and they're trying to like extract. The lot of you in this stairwell are able to deny an exit for the culture vultures, and you're basically able to, keep them pinned in, so they eventually just have to escape. They just go right back up those elevators back to wherever they came from. And I'm going to say you probably like cap one more who didn't realize what was going on because you did a good stealth kill. And then like a couple of the other ones saw that they got killed too. It was like, oh shit. Okay. Stairs aren't an option. Back to the elevators. Let's find a box and get out of here. And so that whole fight takes your whole group kind of a while. And then the just kind of clean up after of making sure the home is okay. You guys don't see Lowtek again. And yeah, there's this kind of like moment where you're checking in with Tin Can and the rest of the edge squatters. It took me a second. The edge squatters. And people are banged up, people are hurt. They're asking where Skip is. Because like they have wounded.
Yeah, Skip's the doctor. We'll let Skip get down here as fast as we can when Skip's available. But it sounds like this has been several hours at this point in time.
It's been a protracted fight for sure. Sure. Yeah, because like when players play, it's super fast. But when like gangs fight, they're like, do we really want to push it? And then like 2 or 3 of them get stupid. And then there's a hail of gunfire, and then everybody kind of hunkers down again because none of them really want to die. So that's it takes a while for this whole scene to resolve itself. And by the time it's resolved, like Lowtek is gone.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I want to look for Eva once I'm here. I just want to make sure she's okay. I'm worried about the sentence that he said. There was a pop and everyone went silent, and I am terrified.
Okay.
So I'm searching for her.
Yeah. Roll under your luck to see if she's still here.
Okay.
Because she would have been held by the Wickman.
All right. I've got a luck of 7, luckily.
Oh, nice.
Roll. Nope.
Oh man, an 8. Tough. Okay. So you don't spot her amongst the dead, so she's not dead. You roll under your luck one more time.
Okay.
Let's see what happened to Sam.
I feel like he got abducted by Lowtek.
Oh, we don't find Sam either. Damn. So yeah, we don't know what happened to Sam or with Eva, but neither of them are amongst the dead here, dead or wounded here. And so unknown what happened to either of them. You didn't necessarily see them in the fray, but
we know they didn't take the stairs. That's what we know for a fact.
It's true. Okay. So yeah, you all have a bit more loot and stuff, right, to take back to the crew. And yeah, we kind of have our first like entry into some of the in-building conflict that's going on here. And you all make it back up to the 32nd floor. And maybe we take a quick break and get all of you together. I'm so sorry for my players who've been like sitting patiently while we do a whole like half game.
It's great. We were
Figure out what
joking
happened.
like, oh, they're having the fight. People are dying, and we're just like singing music and talking to Ratatouille.
Yeah,
And everyone's
That
like,
was
where's
really what
the
happened.
med tech? And I'm like, well, I have no idea this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was reality.
You're upstairs like helping out with the painting.
I have my
Like,
headphones
dude,
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Headphones on
cleaning.
doing surgery or painting.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
good. It's
Turns
good.
out there was a firefight. I'm gonna come in with buckshot just on my chest, just full chest full of buckshot.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't even think Nin knows she's been shot because she's just on go mode and this adrenaline. She's never been shot before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The fixture
This-
shooting is like that's a once in a game thing. Like the
This
fixture
is
almost never shoots.
this is the second time I've been shot in less than 24 hours.
Mhm.
It's a bad
Mhm.
day. It's a bad day for
Mhm.
Nev. All right,
Yeah.
we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Have a good break. We're back.
Hey everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, so the two of you make your way up the stairs, up the ladder, or sorry, not up the ladder, up the stairs and up the elevators. Your crew peels off to go do their own thing. Just the two of you go back, and you've got a duffel bag full of guns and ammo. There's still a bunch of blood on them. You know,
Somebody-
like
Some body armor. Yeah.
yeah. Just
Mhm.
just littered the field, you know.
Cleaned up afterwards. The community has guns and ammo now as well as body
Yeah, the
armor.
community has a bit of supply. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's exciting for the home. And when you get back, there's nobody there.
Cool.
There's Kiana's there. Red is gone.
Interesting.
Rats.
The rat is hiding right now.
Is the head still around or is the head missing?
The head is there.
In a
Okay.
box. The head's in a
That-
box.
That's right. Yeah. Actually, yeah. You don't find the head. That's right. Because you all spent time and energy to secure and hide that. So yeah, no, the head is gone too.
Made a roll for that. So
I'll wait until they get back before I get upset because they
Okay.
might have just put the head somewhere.
Sure. But yeah,
I think we might try to
you
stabilize ourselves because I have first aid.
yeah, you could totally roll to stabilize yourself.
Oh, I assume we have to. We can't roll to stabilize ourselves. Rather than I figured we have to stabilize each other, but either way is
Mhm.
fine by me.
I've got first aid too. So
Oh yeah,
I
I think
do
if you do it yourself, it's like at a -2. But if you
All
do
right.
it to the other person,
we'll do it to each other.
Yeah.
I got a 10. Not the best. Not a
where-
crit fail though.
how hurt are you, Ninevin? Are you past halfway?
I'm just above half.
Then you are stabilized. You're fine. You're going to start healing normally. Okay. Yeah, you are not. You are not stabilized. You're
That's
still.
fine.
You're not taking on more damage, but you're not going to be able to heal until
That's
it comes
nope.
on.
That's not how that works. We're
The
gonna have to
little
wait to
band-aids
see.
I have will not cover that.
That's all you had
Yeah.
left was
all
little
I have
band-aids.
Mhm.
All
Tiny
the
little
gauze.
wart band-aids you're trying to put over each little buckshot. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah, you
That's
look
not
around this filthy workshop. It is still filthy. You don't know what they've been doing while y'all were gone, but it wasn't enough cleaning.
Mhm.
There is.
I mean, it's been
nothing in
5
there.
hours. I don't expect them to have
So
made a
we
giant.
spent like
dent in
8
5
hours on it. The filth has at least been moved around. There's a
Mhm.
trail through it.
we got rid of we sold a few items.
We did.
That's right. That's right.
Few
There's
items
some.
are
There's
noticeably
some things-
gone.
Yeah.
But
But-
overall, the rats were really the distraction.
Yeah.
It took some time.
It was 45 minutes of cleaning and 14 and 4.5 hours of rat conversation.
Yes.
I mean, to
Yeah,
be fair, I
it
was doing
was.
surgery for 4 hours, so
You're the next most responsible person. So
Yeah, that's why nothing got done.
And you left the 3 of them there with a talking rat. Nothing's getting done.
no, they didn't meet the talking rat until after me though.
Yeah,
Because the rat was
Yeah.
helping me clean my scalpels.
We
while I was
can
doing
distract
surgery.
ourselves, okay?
yeah.
So after some time they show up, so y'all cannot have the out of character conversations. Y'all can get together. So yeah, about maybe 30 or 45 minutes after the two of you are done, arrive. The rest of the group shows up. It's late. It's like long into the evening at this point. It's probably like midnight or maybe a little bit past midnight at this stage. You're all pretty tired, but you've had big days with lots of stuff going on, and you all come in. And yeah, I'm going to say like the two of you are in here kind of taking stock, and the four of you just kind of badge in because you all have badges. It's pretty easy to get in.
Paris is sweating through her blazer.
I immediately just start scanning the room for cameras. Like that was, I think the end was Reina's not paying attention. I think just looking, make sure there's no cameras in this room.
Yeah,
and tearing them down if there are.
Yeah, there are cameras in this room.
Tearing them down, shutting them off.
Oh my god! Oh god! Oh god! What do we do? Oh god! Oh no!
Do we take Kiana back downstairs? Do we go back downstairs? Do we go back? Hi guys. Do we go back downstairs?
I look at Skit and go, "Can you stop me from bleeding, please?"
Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh geez. Okay. Yeah. What? I thought you guys just stepped out to take a phone call. And Skit will like go right over to Nev and start like using her paramedic stuff. And like the conversation will all just still be happening around them, and she'll be like just casually joining in on the conversation. Like this is just like normal debrief time. Yeah.
Give me a either Paris or Reina, give me like conceal, reveal, or like electronic security.
Definitely have good electronic security.
Wait, so are the cameras like noticeable? Like we can see them? Or
yeah, I mean, this is not what is it? They would be in the wall, but when you start looking for them, you can spot them, you know, because I don't know, security cameras all look kind of the same.
19.
Skit does a great job with paramedic.
Healed you right up.
You're fine. You're beginning to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor with electronic security of 19. You find the cameras, and importantly, you find in this office over here the like recording server.
Oh,
thank God. So
it's not live.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
I'm doing the like very typical thing of where I'm gonna take a chunk of the camera feed where either Keanu's not in frame or the entire place is empty, and just make it seem like that has been happening the whole like last 8 hours and the next like little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, so you're sitting in there like,
why are they panicking?
Right.
I just ask Skit why they're panicking. Like they never panic. Why are they panicking?
Let me wait for Randa to confirm that the cameras are off first before I.
You're able to turn off the cameras right away. It's going to take Reina a bit of time to get through this like security footage to edit everything. Yeah, to edit everything is going to take her time.
We're not being filmed anymore.
Correct. Yeah, you're no longer being filmed.
Bad?
Well, we might have just been in the room of the once proud owner of a sea turtle named Song, who seems to be a pretty familiar or you know, the same sea turtle perhaps as Keanu.
I thought you killed someone. I thought that was the problem.
Yeah, no, they're
we might have to. We really might have to at this point.
And she was so cool. She was so cool. I don't want to kill her.
I will,
killing Locke.
But I
don't think we could, but we try.
Oh, I'd do it. I definitely, I'd kill her or die trying.
Yeah.
And May has to go back up there again anyway. So at this point,
sure,
she knows where we are, and if she finds out anything about a sea turtle, we're screwed.
Okay. We're going back to my original plan. It's my grandfather.
And why does your grandfather have a small fin on the exact same side as
he was in the war.
So
he's a veteran.
Skit, the rest of the Edge Squatters may need you to help patch them up after the giant firefight that happened.
You guys killed someone?
Oh, we killed a lot of someones.
Yeah.
That's not
Is it safe to go down there? Who'd you fight?
The Wickman and the Janil had a firefight in the lobby of everything, and we helped pick them off.
Okay,
The
who'd
giant-
you shoot? What side? Both? None?
Mostly voodoo, mostly Janil, mostly culture vultures.
So steer clear of them, but
The
help
Wickman can be talked to, but there are some injured in the community.
Yeah, they took. I didn't know one of my friends. I can't find her.
the girl you used to get have breakfast with all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, this stupid asshole. I didn't even know he was connected to the Wickman. Brought him down to try and take her.
Wait, how'd you find out that he was involved in the Wickman?
So I described the 7-foot tall Borg.
Yeah.
And I'll let Paris respond however Paris is going to respond.
Yeah, I definitely saw that guy.
That
But I was in a
guy,
different blazer, so he doesn't remember who I am.
he probably recorded you because he's just a giant robot.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, again, I was in a different blazer.
No, he's bad at taking pictures. Remember?
Oh.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of, where's Red? Because he is very interested in her safety.
not our problem.
Decided
We brought her-
decided she was more trouble keeping than just brought her to the hospital.
We kept the
Oh.
bag.
Okay, if she's alive,
Yeah.
that's all I care about.
We have the cryo bag. It still probably has
Hey.
2.5 days of charge. Figured, she'll be better taken care of at the hospital, and this is used for someone who might need it more.
That's fair. But yeah. So there's all that. That's what we were up to while you were finding Eternal Person.
You guys got presents as well. What, they're guns?
Well, help yourself. There's guns and body armor.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I'll take
Thank
some.
you.
Mhm.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So you all have either leathers or Kevlar that's rated at either 5 or 4. I'll give you all a list of kind of what
Okay.
was scavenged. And there's some shotguns, there's an assault rifle, there's a handful of pistols, all that kind of stuff. But
Nice.
I'll work up the list for everyone.
Yeah.
Nice.
May, while I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna hand you the tarot card that I found. This was at one of your places.
Oh, there was like a tagger, right? Oh, I don't know who they were, but do you think I should go see them? I wouldn't mind. Does anyone want to go with me?
I
Should
mean-
probably take Keanu back down to his tank downstairs, maybe. Not here, not where these cameras can turn back on and see him.
What if we smash the cameras?
Well,
We don't
Lux
have to
is
do
the
that.
owner of this place, right? Wouldn't she notice if
She,
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
have
the-
she
any
told us to
very
clean up. Who knows what's trash, you know?
Can I tell, is this this footage internal on the server, or is it sending out somewhere?
Yeah, give me a library search. That's your kind of non-interfacey hacky skill as you try and figure out where all this data is connected.
19 again.
Awesome. So yeah, this server it does have access to the mesh, but it looks like it only does that for updates and firmware shit. It does not send the camera footage on to anywhere else.
And I then, instead of looping, as this is said, instead of looping this thing, just demolish anything that was in this system starting at 4 weeks ago when the fire happened, and then we just go bust the cameras.
Totally.
So I turn it off, delete everything.
But
That's
wait,
when the
before-
episode-
Yeah,
Do you say anything before you do this?
Raina,
you
what does
just do it?
Raina do?
Oh no! Whenever the fire, she's gonna scroll back till she sees flames, and then
Yep.
from the point where flames are covering up the camera, she deletes from then on out because she is terrified about
okay.
Keanu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing that she's hoping they'll think broke them.
Yep. So real quick, before you got to this point, you were scrubbing through the footage, right? And you were trying to do some fancy editing stuff. 2 hours ago, Lowtek was in this room.
Fuck off.
While we were all out,
Oh,
he
yeah.
came in.
Oh yeah.
Because we gave him the fucking pack that gets into this building because the dead guy's in here, guys. Oh, that's fine. What's he doing?
Keanu was in here alone.
So
No,
Lowtek,
I had Doc.
you watch as Lowtek comes in through the same door you all keep coming in and out of, right? I'm going to say that this doesn't have like microphones, just like to like up it a little bit. And you see Lowtek come in. He kind of looks around the room, goes over to the box with a head in it, opens the box, and like you see him take something from the head, like a little thing, like a little tiny tab thing, and then closes it, puts it away. And you see him go over to the body, or like the mess of junk, right? That used to be a body. And you see him gather it up. And you all look over and there's no body parts here in this room anymore.
We not noticed that when we all came back.
I didn't.
We were too busy.
Yeah.
Like,
Hammers and
We're all-
Keanu.
each other.
Everybody
I
was
was very
so
shot at the time.
everybody was so busy with everything else. You all look over and this like mess of flesh is just gone. And you see him like gather it all up and put it into some like packaging that he finds right in the room and leaves with it. And on his way out, Nicodemus shows up and he gives it like a little pet on the head, and then walks out of the room. Through the door, you can see that he was with somebody. You can see it's like a male form with like a sack over their head, and they are affixed like there's some sort of this like gluish goo that's holding him against the wall. Like this one camera angle can see out the door a little bit, and you can see that he's like pressed against the wall with this like
He's black bagged somebody, is what you're saying.
yeah
Okay.
yeah in a male
Real quick.
form. Yeah,
Not somebody wearing a bag, like disguising their identity. Like Lowtek has black bagged somebody and scooped them up.
yeah. And it's like, you stay here. Glue. Gone and done a thing that he needed to do, gave the little rat a pet, and then left the room.
I knew we never should have trusted that dirty rat. I knew
May's
it.
gonna turn to Ninevin and ask, did Lowtek seem cool? What did you guys read about him? Like, did he seem like he wanted to, do something
Hang
to
out?
us? Or
I
hang
think the
out or
relationship
something?
was mostly an enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I think
Oh,
the
that's
relationship's
good.
transactional, but he has an agenda that currently puts him together with my personal one. He's ensuring he can use that chip, though.
Wonder what was on it.
Hmm?
I wonder what was on the chip.
No, the RF chip.
Oh,
Well,
I
both.
meant the one on the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. He has both of those. Yeah.
hmm
And
We looked
obviously
at the
he
chip,
needed
didn't
something on the guy to access it.
What was the
Mhm.
surgery that Skip did?
we? Skip
Skip-
at the Neuralink out, but didn't we look at the chip? I remember us looking into something.
Yeah, so Skit got the eyes and the Neuralink, which included the chip socket, and you all scanned the Neuralink's logs and all of the things that it had contacted, and like when this like weird neural mesh thing was used, and how it had been used a lot very recently.
That's
That's
right. Okay.
And all that's still there, right? Like, or like the neural link.
Yeah,
all that.
you have no idea what he took from that skull because like
Gotcha.
none of it's missing.
Gotcha.
You know.
Well, hey, you got rid of the dead body. That's nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to see what started the accident, and then I'm gonna delete everything. Because now I'm like, oh, flames. And then we keep
Sweet.
scrubbing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go back far enough and you can see this guy was a one-person shop, goes in and out of the office all the time. You can tell that there used to be workers here. Like you can see in the lockers, there were like uniforms for other people who worked in this machine shop. But at least at this period, it's just him and like 6 rats. 5 rats. Sorry. I had to get my
I was like, where's the missing rat?
Yeah, no, it's 5 rats. It's 5 rats. Yeah, sorry. It's him and 5 rats running this whole show. And like he spends a lot of time in the shop on the computer. It looks like he can have some kind of like verbal, nonverbal communication with the rats, because there's almost always a rat with him when he's at one of the machines. And the rats are always, at least when he's up doing work, they're always around doing shit. And then when he leaves, they go do rat things. And then when he comes back, everybody's working. Him and his little chorus of rats. And yeah, he just worked out a system. The day that he died, somebody came in wearing like one of those like safety vests from like the emergency response, like site response type thing, and overpowered him and put him at the end of the machine and crushed him with it. You have no idea who she is. She was just in like this like orange safety gear. It would be like for the if there was like a chemical spill or something like that. And so she has some other job that she does in her real life, right? And she's clearly been deputized as, during chemical spill, you do these things, right? Because she had the like chemical response blazed across the back here and all of that kind of stuff. And she just comes in here and murders him. You don't know who she is or what their beef with each other is, but yeah, it's pretty rough, because like he knows what's going to happen and he's like fighting and struggling and there's nothing he can really do about it.
I'm like doing like when you watch a horror movie, like through my fingers, like, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no. We're just waiting for the perfect time to pause it, so that's when I can have everything wreck.
Yeah, and there's like that splatter, and then whatever the machine does, it like whirls around again and hits it again, you know? So there's like a bit of that going on too.
I'll probably hover next just to watch, but were there any identifying markers on her?
Yeah. You kind of look at her. You recognize that she is she's clearly like, she looks like somebody who works in this area, right? Big shoulders, big arms.
Big arm Susan.
Was it?
Was Big Arm Susan the whole time?
I pull out the ID.
Yeah,
side to side.
The ID, you look. I mean, yes, might as well be, right? Might as well be Big Arm Susan and Susan here.
Oh my
Scooby Doo
gosh.
that shit quickly.
I'm like, oh god.
And Ninevin, you look as Nyla, or not, she pulls out this woman's ID and holds it to the camera, and the two of you see this. This is her. You have her ID.
I gotta stop stealing things. It's so bad. It's gotten me to 2 pickles today.
I don't want to know how you got that.
It was surprisingly easy.
It's very easy for her being a murderer.
Yeah, it was not even, I didn't even notice. It was not even a thing.
Are we?
Question.
What qualifies as a murderer?
Turn the screen around so you can watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How is that different from a killer?
The murder is done and the killer is
Loading.
the person who does the murder.
Okay.
I'm right.
Sure. I'm just checking. I don't know the. Yeah.
Does murder imply illegal while killer is just you're doing the act?
Oh,
Maybe.
Sounds about right.
Huh.
yeah. Murder seems a lot more grisly.
I feel like they're synonyms of the same action, but
Okay, but a murderer is a killer, but a killer is not a murderer.
Not necessarily. Not
Yeah.
all killers are murderers, because like
Yeah.
you could kill. I look around to make sure Doc's not around. A rat and not be a murderer,
Yeah. But you are a killer.
but you are a killer. Anyway,
Okay,
are we good if I like delete any footage after this point now?
Can you save any of it for our own devices?
Can I like download it to Red's agent? I guess since that's our only.
Yeah, that'd probably be your only form of storage right now, and you
That's
could.
fine.
You could.
Weird
figure it out.
question. Do we have any extra agents from the firefight?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No,
Okay.
because you all grabbed like immediately useful things.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
You would probably have to like pick through pockets for agents, whereas like
I'm
a gun is
assuming
just
the
like
co-
held and dropped.
I'm assuming the community will rifle through the dead bodies for agents, which
Sure.
Skit and I should probably get back to because Skit has people to patch up still this evening.
Skit's busy. Skit has
Skit's
more
busy again?
surgeries to perform.
Yeah.
Wow.
It has a lot to do.
Oh, Skit, you're on demand. You know.
I mean, I can't be the only singular med tech in the entire building.
Not in the building,
Well,
but in that
but for the
community.
community. Yeah,
you are the- now, you do know, Skit, you do know that others have first aid, right?
Mhm.
And others can stabilize. So it's not like, and stabilization is what is needed to keep someone or let somebody start to heal, right?
Mhm.
So they're going to be okay. It's not urgent that you get down there right away.
Okay.
Mechanically.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I-
Because
I
if
was-
somebody's
I
going to
was-
die from dying, they're long gone by now.
And also, we probably don't we don't have any like particular people where we're like this name got hurt and we really need them and care about them. So I need to go down and save them for.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
The stabilization stuff is only at this point is only needed for them to begin the healing process.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was that. Okay.
Yep, you're good. You're good.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't.
They
know
made
if
it
we've
sound
asked
a little
this.
more urgent.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, people are knocked. People are banged up and stuff like that. But like mechanically, the way the game works,
Sure.
you have time.
I can't remember if I asked this or not. Is there a way to know the RFID chips that have logged in over like is there any way we can like see that?
Yes. Yes. You would have to. That's normally something you'd get from a netrunner.
I'm trying.
Okay.
We got about
That's
5 more
on the
hours of
list. That's on the
surgery and
list.
then someone to put it in my head, and then however long it takes me to recover. It's a process.
Gonna note that to self because at least we have a video now. If we would like Big Arm Susan on our side, we have.
I
dirt.
would love Big Arm Susan.
And
on our
fixers
side,
love
honestly.
dirt.
We could pretend we found her wallet and we're
Oh,
bringing it back because we're just great Samaritans.
Yes, that's it.
Then leave the money in there. Probably.
I was gonna pay for my surgery.
You put a no. You take the money and what you leave is a paper that says I know what you did.
Oh, good.
I like you. Yeah.
And then say a time to meet.
That's why you're a fixer.
Good
Sometimes
Samaritan.
works.
And then 2 seconds later, there's a threat in her wallet.
Welcome to Night City.
I like the idea that she got pickpocketed. She knows that she's lost her wallet, and then it shows up in that pocket again, but with a threat. All the money's
Yes.
gone, but the threat is present.
Let's do it.
Edge squatter style.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah. Then I guess I'll download the murdering happening. And make all of the video after the murdering happen disappear. I mean, it's implied that these cameras broke in the flames and the fire, but I don't think they would question it too much if they're also busted up and probably just assume Big Arm Susan did it. So do we want to just go ham and like office space these cameras?
Yes!
Why? No.
Oh.
If we're going to get rid of them anyway, if they're broken, we can take them off the wall and sell them as cameras that aren't broken and say they were broken.
Oh. Or we just use them to get
Y'all
good
really
angles.
should not leave us alone anymore. We could have been much more productive the last few hours.
Yeah. mean, media, the optics on these cameras isn't awful. You know,
Okay.
like the glass is good. You could use those to get some interesting shots if you take the time.
I mean, I'm just thinking like if we wanted to get like angles on something, we could do like that classic if you look in the top right corner, you can see the crime happening, and we can just like plan that perfectly.
That's fun.
People love that. They don't want to see the crime happen right in front of their faces. They want it in the corner.
You could also teach Lowtek how to take better pictures.
I don't think I should talk to Lowtek.
Okay.
I don't think that's a relationship that should be formed as of
I
right
guess.
now.
I mean, if you try hard enough, you might kill your turtle lady.
I panicked and I thought you were going to say kill your turtle. And I truly was like ready to punch you in the throat.
Today is not
didn't,
the day
and
to
I'm not
punch me
gonna.
in the throat.
No, I know. I'm under a lot of stress right now. I don't know if you can relate, but I'm freaking out, and I don't
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
feel like I can't really breathe right now. It's fine.
The bandages.
I'm also gonna while all this is happening, after I've deleted the footage and probably just killing time to not have to deal with any moving and disassembling things, I'm just gonna keep scrubbing through and see if I can see when these rats were created. I'm just gonna sit here and hold the button for a few years if I need to. I'm just like,
Find that
right.
rat bird.
I see everything that happens in this building. In this room.
You take the hours until you pass out tonight because it is already
Solid.
late.
Solid.
You pass
That's
out
exactly
at
how
the
she wants
desk
to
with
finish
the,
this day.
your finger on the fast rewind, like times 16 speed rewind.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, shit, and I gotta fast forward now for a long time, and
It's
then
like
go
completely
back.
different tenants. The whole shape of the building is different. It has a completely different job. You have no idea
I'm
how
like,
far back you are.
no.
These are really good cameras.
Yeah.
Just infinite storage all the way down.
Tiny,
but that's
whiny
good for-
cameras.
See, that's why maybe I should take them too. Like that would be useful. Infinite storage.
Actually, if we're calling on some contacts, David, I have 2 contacts we need to call in, but one of them with this, that I had a partner, a net running partner that I don't fully know the identity of.
It's secretly Lowtek.
It's secretly Paris.
Well, I say the first one is like obviously Paris, but then it was what I actually rolled in the life path, which was something in particular.
Yeah, was it the Right. Yeah, it was in your like life path stuff. Yeah.
That I don't know their true identity. We just
I would think that with the time in the evening, this would be something you would end up doing the next day.
Okay.
Because you all are like, you're exhausted. You've all had a really long effing day. Right. So there would be this sense of like, okay, kind of winding down. Tomorrow we have a bunch of people to call. We have some surgeries to do. We have like follow-ups to do, all that kind of stuff. And there's this like sense that you all have a chance to breathe a bit. Right. Because there's a dust up going on in the building and there are still people who want to find Lowtek, Red, the head. Like these problems are still out there, but you all have a minute, maybe even a couple of days before there's really anything that the building is going to be able to do or anybody in the building is going to be able to do, because you've done a pretty good job of hiding your tracks. There is a rumor floating around media. You would know this. There was a rumor about a large water tank and a crew of people on one of your floors, 31, 32, 33. Right. Just people noted it and mentioned it, and it has started to spread around the building. Just to like kind of, as you're keeping your ear to the ground on some stuff. There's a bunch of chatter about the firefight that happened downstairs. Just a ton of chatter about that. And maybe when we get going next time, we can follow up on some of our contacts and see what our fallout is of some of the decisions we've made along the way. Because I think this is feeling like a good stopping point. Is that working for everybody? Okay. Anything
I
else
have
that
a
we need
question.
to, yeah, go ahead.
Who's cuddled up in our new situation of sleeping? Because this is a new sleep environment for everybody. Who's sleeping where?
I mean, I'm like right next to Keanu's.
I assume you two are curled around Keanu in a protective barrier.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out where the rest of
100%
us
just
are.
like in the room with the like in the surgery room, just prepped for like next morning, wake up, like first thing she's gonna do.
Oh, I asked Skip where the head is.
Oh, she just like brings over a box and kind of just like,
Oh, okay.
I
just
wanted to
know
make sure
where
that
it was.
Nicodemus didn't eat him. I gave him a little bit of the flesh from